nothing you can do can make me serve you. He's like, you are the dumbest Iron Fist yet.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ here with my bro Jeremy.
What's good?
And Amir Amir's
Kind of Paul.
bring you our Justice Clubhouse podcast number 5. And we are here to defend with the Defenders. Roll the clip. While hunting agents of the hand in Cambodia, Danny Rand, aka the Iron Fist, and Colleen Wing are told that the war they are fighting is actually taking place in New York City by Chase member named Shaft. There, Matt Murdock has given up his life as vigilante Daredevil and is working as a pro bono lawyer. He remains conflicted due to his feelings for Elektra Nachos, who died fighting the hand, and lying to Karen about not missing his life as Daredevil. Luke Cage, who has his name cleared by Murdock's ex-partner Foggy Nelson, returns from prison to the streets of Harlem, reuniting with Claire Temple. Later, police detective Misty Knight informs of local kids who have been getting involved with mysterious business and ending up dead. After learning that all her major organs are failing and that she has little time to live, a woman named Alexandra informs her colleagues to speed up their plans and subsequently watches with a resurrected Elektra as a large earthquake tears through New York just as Danny and Colleen return. PI Jessica Jones feels the earthquake as well as she discovers explosives while searching for a missing husband that an anonymous caller warned her to avoid. Jessica calls the police, but Misty sees her taking some evidence as she leaves. Luke follows some leads on local kids and finds them being sent to clean up workshops where several enemies of the hand have been murdered. Danny and Colleen are also investigating a workshop leading to a fight between Danny and Luke, which is interrupted by the police. Alexandra is informed by Gallo that the group plans have been halted by a mystical wall. She believes that this may actually be a door and interrogates an old enemy Stick for answers. Jessica is warned off her investigation by lawyer Jerry Hogarth, who later tells Foggy to keep any fallout from Jessica's actions away from their firm. Jessica returns to her apartment to find the missing man, John Raymond, holding her sidekick Malcolm hostage. They are attacked by Elektra, but John kills himself first. Jessica chases Elektra but is caught and arrested by Misty. Matt soon arrives to serve as Jessica's lawyer, having made an agreement with Foggy to carry out some of his extra work. Months prior, the Hand acquired the ancient weapon Black Sky, the body of Elektra, and used the last of their resources to resurrect her. Under Alexandra's tutelage, the Black Sky was prepared to fight as a weapon against the Hand's enemies. In the present, Jessica dismisses Matt's help, but he becomes interested in her case and begins investigating it himself. Luke tells Claire Temple about his fight with Danny, whom she knows. She organizes a meeting between the two, hoping that they can work together to fight the Hand, but they clash over their respective backgrounds. Inspired by some of Luke's comments, Danny decides to take a different approach and uses his corporate influence to find the Hand's new front, Midland Circle. Luke visits the mother of one of the local kids the Hand had hired, while Jessica investigates John's job. They also learn of the connection to Midland Circle. Luke arrives there just in time to help Danny fight the Hand, and they're soon followed by Jessica and Matt. They're attacked by Black Sky, who ends up fighting Matt, but Danny drives her off. Matt, Luke, Jessica, and Danny escape to a nearby restaurant and hide out. With everyone introduced, Danny proposes that they work together to defeat the Hand, but Matt is unwilling to get involved, and Jessica leaves. Stick escapes from the Hand and finds the group after talking to Colleen. He explains that a long time ago that the elders of Kunlun came together to study the healing powers of Ki, but 5 among them wished to use this power to live forever and were cast out. They became the 5 fingers of the Hand, which include Alexandra, Madame Gao, Sawande, Murakami, and a recently deceased Bakudo. Now that the Hand have defeated all that oppose them except for Stick and Iron Fist, Alexandra arrives and offers to spare New York if Danny leaves with her, since their plan requires the Iron Fist, but he rejects her offer. Jessica realizes that the Raymond family is still in danger and returns to help as Black Sky attacks. The Hand converges on a restaurant and Matt lures the Black Sky away from the fight, and when he calls her Elektra, she flees, but not before preventing Murakami from killing him. Luke is able to kidnap Sawande while the others escape. After Sawande warns them that the loved ones will be targeted next, the Defenders convince their friends to stay with Misty at the police precinct until they are out of danger. While doing this, Colleen's confronted by a resurrected Bakudo, who unsuccessfully attempts to recruit her to his cause after raising her as a member of the Hand before she met and joined Danny. Matt decides to take up the Daredevil identity once again, something that concerns the leaders of the Hand due to his relationship with Elektra. Murakami questions Alexandra's reliance on Black Sky to complete their goals and notes that they can all now be killed, that their resources were used on Elektra. He suggests that they devise a new plan without Alexandra. Stick decapitates Sawande as he attempts to escape capture. Realizing that the Hand want the Iron Fist as a key to unlock something, the group decides to hide Danny away while they continue the fight. However, Danny disagrees and attacks the others. Matt nearly bests him, but Danny uses the Iron Fist to incapacitate them. Matt, Jessica, and Luke eventually stop him, then tie him up. Luke and Stick watch over him while Jessica and Matt continue their investigation of Raymond. Elektra begins to regain her memories of her previous life, but Alexandra insists that she is not that person anymore. Meanwhile, the other leaders of the Hand learn Sawande's death and continue to lose faith in Alexandra's leadership. Matt and Jessica learn that there is something beneath Midland Circle, a hole which Matt had come across previously when dealing with the Hand with Elektra. They return to the group with plans of attacking the building to find Stick attempting to murder Danny to keep the Hand from using him. They're interrupted by Elektra, who kills Stick and takes Danny. Alexandra gloats to the other leaders about this victory, but is murdered by Elektra herself, who claims leadership of the Hand. Matt, Luke, and Jessica wake up in a police precinct as suspects in the murders of Sawande and Stick. They tell Misty about the Hand but try not to get into details or let her get involved. The remaining fingers of the Hand agree to let Elektra to pursue her goals, hoping that she will grant them access to the substance that they need to avoid death. She takes Danny below the building to the mystical door that they need him to open. Matt, Jessica, and Luke escape the precinct and go to Midland Circle, where they're confronted by Gao, Bakudo, and Murakami. Colleen soon arrives to help, bringing with her the explosives that Raymond had been stockpiling. The group drives the fingers of the Hand away. Misty and Claire arrive soon after, with the former agreeing to stall the police while the others get to Danny. Elektra tricks Danny in opening the door, causing the blast to knock out the power throughout the city. Danny awakens beneath the skeleton of a dragon. Gao explains to Danny that he gained the power of the Iron Fist from the dragon. The same substance that the Hand uses for resurrection comes from their bones. The Hand begins harvesting the skeleton, and Gao notes that this will weaken the foundation foundations of the city and cause a widespread destruction. Colleen and Claire place explosives so as to destroy the building once the others escape. They're confronted by Bakuto, who cuts off Misty's arm when she arrives to help. Colleen kills Bakuto, but his body sets off the timer for the explosives. Matt, Jessica, and Luke arrive in a cavern to help Danny. They then fight the members of the hand together. When Matt realizes that the explosives are about to go off, he gets the others to leave immediately. He remains to plead with Elektra, and the two are together as the building implodes around them, as well as Gao and Murakami. The three defenders and Matt's friends mourn his death, with Danny revealing what Matt told him before they escaped, to protect the city. The entire situation is covered up with Danny, Jessica, and Luke looking to move on with their lives, intent on keeping their promise to Matt. Matt later wakes up with a nun at his side. Did Elektra, Madame Gao, and Murakami survive? Will there be a Defenders Season 2? Will the Defenders show up in Infinity Wars? We'll see you in the next MCU film and or TV series, Defenders. That's a long-ass clip. So, we were given this beautiful set of 8 episodes for its first season, and right off the bat, I think it's safe to say that there's going to be a second season, but this definitely set up all their individual stories moving forward. Now, what do we even talk about? Because it's hard to do. We're trying to do like the season roundup here, trying to do it all in one podcast, so it might like be a little bit long. But the first 2 episodes were leading up to them meeting. So we see Iron Fist like chasing around Elektra in Cambodia along with Colleen Wing, who is awesome. And Matt's giving up vigilantism, but at the same time he kind of like wants to keep doing it.
He's got that urge.
Yes. And it picks up right when, or a couple months after he had told Karen. So I think that's what it was. And what Karen and Foggy are trying to do was kind of keep him at bay by, he's a pro bono lawyer right now, so meaning he doesn't get paid for anything he has done. And that's a good thing, but that's the reason why Foggy's like, you need to put more work in so that you don't go back to doing that. Mm-hmm. Which I still have a problem with, because Matt, out of all the heroes in this ragtag group, is an embodiment of a real hero.
That's true.
Not just his, his code, but it's just him fighting the Hand, who is the big bad in the series. And we get to see the Five Fingers, who are Alexandra, Gao, Murakami, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Bakuto, and Sawade?
Yeah, something like that.
And they're all pretty creepy, all in their own right.
Yeah.
And Elektra has been resurrected as this like immortal black sky weapon that they've been building up to since Daredevil began this whole entire series. So Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Danny Rand, and Matt, they all sort of are led on the same path through different roads, I guess, which is interesting because they all end up on the place that becomes like ground zero, I guess, that the Hand needed Danny there for, right?
Yeah.
What was that place called?
Midland Circle?
Yes. Which is on top of this ancient graveyard of stuff that we're going to be talking about. But yes, they all meet there, and it's kind of like Matt is the only one with a secret identity, and the rest of them are just like taking the Hand head on, with Luke Cage and Jessica not really knowing what is really at stake because they're just trying to do their job, right?
Yeah.
And so with them being so upfront with the Hand, of course that puts a target on all of the people that they care about. What they do is they put them under protective custody with whose help?
Misty.
Who is
Misty
awesome.
Knight.
She's freaking awesome. And we get to see Trish again. We get to see Malcolm again. We get to see, obviously, Foggy and Karen. We see Claire, who grabs some freaking coffee right away with Luke. They seriously didn't put it in there. It looks so rough every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it leads them to... I mean, the first 2 episodes are a bit slow, but once they meet each other, and I think the first meeting between Danny and Luke was pretty hilarious. You know, when Luke was trying to save that kid?
Oh, yeah.
And
in the back alley?
They ended up fighting each other. So Claire had to kind of like... I like that Claire like cleared things up right away before it got even worse.
Yeah.
Their relationship is awesome. Like their bromance were cool.
Yeah.
And then you have Jessica and Matt, who met because he was going to represent her because Elektra killed the architect who realized what the Hand was doing.
Yeah.
And she wasn't able to save him. He blew his own brains out before Elektra could kill him. But he tried to represent her. Then he realized that she was stumbling into something far greater than she could possibly comprehend, because we saw Jessica's a little bit different from the rest of the group because she really doesn't want to be a hero. Like, she just wants to get her paycheck. She wants to, obviously she's a good PI,
but I'm just saying at the same time she still kind of cares.
Yeah, she
took the case.
Yes, that's true.
You know?
That's true.
If she
for the
didn't
architect's
care
family,
enough to be somewhat of a hero, because you're still doing your job, and that's still, I guess, being a hero to those two people, like the mother and the kid.
And I guess that's what bothered me about her the most, is like she's still like that.
I think it's like she's not afraid to be a hero. What's that word?
She's afraid to be a hero. Or she does want to be, but she's afraid to fly.
Yeah, exactly. I can't find the word.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to think. But she kind of, sort of, but at the same time, she kind of saved it for the ending. They mentioned in interviews, like Charlie Cox, he said that him and Krysten would have some sort of like cat and mouse relationship, and that's exactly what happened. Like
that one episode,
they're just chasing each other, and then Matt's like, "What the fuck?"
That's crazy how her powers work. Because I was like, dude, Matt can hear her footsteps, but he's confused.
I think she was flying,
or
like jump. You know, like how she can, because we haven't really seen it off screen.
Or maybe another thing is that she's like she's strong.
Yeah.
No, the opposite. Her footsteps are too heavy, so he can't track it.
Yeah. They're telling each other, and it was hilarious because Matt couldn't, like, he didn't realize she was taking pictures. And they got to Midland Circle. He's like, "You're in over your head." And Danny Rand is way in over his head. He's like, "I'm Danny Rand. I'm the immortal Iron Fist from Kunlun. And I will destroy you." And then,
I mean, every time he introduced himself, I would have wished.
It's like cringe.
Yeah. I wish to have any other person explain.
Yeah.
Except for him.
Luke Cage's face every time he said it, it's like, "Oh my god, dude. We get it. You have a nice fist."
Because we just saw Iron Fist this past year. So it's like
March.
I don't want to hear him say that again.
We know who you are.
Yeah.
Just glow the hand. You don't need to explain. I stabbed, or I
punched
the dragon in its molten heart. He's like, "Dude, shut up. I don't care." Yeah, so the Defenders meet. They kick ass. They meet Elektra, who kicks all their asses on almost every bout they've had against her, which is maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the series. It ultimately leads to Stick, who was captured by the Hand, but then he freed himself by cutting off his own hand.
The irony.
And then they have the first fight was at Midland Circles. The second fight was in
Royal Dragon.
Yes, the restaurant. The third fight was between the Defenders themselves. I guess we'll kind of critique that part a little bit. Danny was so irrational during that entire exchange in the abandoned stage. The abandoned hall that they're staying at. I don't know why that just bothered me, that he was so like affected by Matt not telling them about Elektra. Because what does that have to do with anything? You know, they know the Hand's the enemy. Why did he get so upset over something like that? It's like a minor detail. Like, if somebody told me, like, "Oh, we're fighting a criminal organization that's based off of immortality and, like, killing people," and then they're like, "Oh, here's just a little side note, the weapon is my ex-girlfriend." How does that affect the mission?
I don't know.
How does that affect Danny? I understand it affects Matt.
Yeah.
And I would have understood him getting mad if they're like, "We got to kill her."
Yeah.
But none of them put that on the table.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they wanted everything on the table because they probably thought he has his own motives, as in to save her.
Yeah.
Which was his motive, but it still kind of fits into the bigger picture.
Yeah.
But they didn't see that.
Why did Danny take it so much to heart, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, the rest of them, they're like, "Is that why you didn't tell us?" and whatever. But they weren't as upset. Like, he was able to explain his side. Danny was just got mad to get mad.
Yeah.
And then they ended up brawling, and Daredevil won that until, you know, Danny did the Iron Fist and blew everybody away. But then Jessica Jones was like, "Pop!" At least she apologized before she punched him. And then basically the three of them, or actually it was Jessica and Matt trying to figure out more of what to do with the Hand or how they were going to proceed. And Luke and Stick watch over Danny. And
did you say that they beheaded one of the fingers?
Oh, yes. Stick beheaded Sawande.
Sawande?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Did we also mention that Bakuda was part of the Hand?
Yeah, I did. Sawande. That's his name. Okay, cool.
And basically, it's like they're trying to get Danny. I guess we could say what the whole mission of the Hand was. What the Hand do is to maintain their immortality was to drink an elixir.
Yeah.
And they've been alive for millennia or thousands of years, something like that. But the problem is, for some reason, in 2017, the elixir started to wear out.
Yeah.
Because
they wasted their substance.
Yeah, which is dragon bone.
Yeah.
Or like
powdered
dragon bone.
Yeah.
And they used it on Elektra.
Yeah.
So they needed Danny to unlock a door underneath Midland Circle.
So basically, yeah, their motive is to just stay alive.
Yeah. Which is like
immortal.
It's psycho.
What's even more psycho is like all the ways that they try to stay alive.
Yeah. It makes so much more sense like why Bakuto was like that.
Yeah.
It's basically, if you guys had watched Iron Fist, if you've seen how Harold Meacham was, that's basically, if they died, that's like how they were like. It's like every time they came back, they lost a piece of their humanity.
Yeah.
So they're crazy. And Bakuto, it was weird because I thought like he would just be driven to be immortal, but he really wanted Colleen at his side.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually had a motive to like...
Yeah, sorry. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
When they're talking. This is a little later, but when they're talking and he's like, I erased you and I want you to be with me. This is so wrong.
It's like you got a few screws loose, dude.
Like, I understand age difference of, like, you know, a couple of years, but something like thousands of years.
We also understand Colleen's total babe.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Exactly.
And a badass.
But still, man.
That was
thousands of years, and he's just like, I want you, but I want you.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. All right, anyways, going back to the hand.
Yeah, and all the while the defenders are trying to, you know, come up with a plan on how they're going to stop this. Colleen, Claire, Foggy, Karen, Misty, they're all kind of just... The only person in that whole entire group that knew about all this stuff going on... Oh, sorry, and Trish and Malcolm, I almost forgot him, was Claire. She understands the gravity of the situation. Mm-hmm. And Misty, as much as we love her, she just didn't understand. Like, do they not know about the Avengers? Do they not know about Spider-Man? Like, do you see how weird and massive and downright ridiculous some of the stuff happens in this sort of world, that a criminal organization that's lived for 1,000 years is sort of far-fetched to you? What?
Yeah.
There's a kid who has spider-like abilities. That's weird.
She's just like, yeah, we understand. Just give us the information and then we'll stop them. Like, and then Luke had to constantly explain, no, it's like deeper than that. He's like, I don't believe it, but psycho.
Yeah.
Jessica's just like, yeah, these people will kill you like in an instant. And she's like, we're the cops. We can handle this. She's just, I don't know. Like, I understand that she doesn't understand.
Yeah.
But the way that she approaches the situations,
they can't even contain Luke Cage. That dude, like, voluntarily gave himself up to the police. Anytime he could have broken out again.
Yeah.
Anytime he could have thrown guards all over the place. Anytime. But no, it's the fact that they have to trust him enough, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody like him, they can't even stop him, though, if he was to go on a rampage, right? Mm-hmm. And he's telling you that there's something scarier than that. And all the while, I know I keep, like, rooting for Matt, but this is why, okay?
Go for it.
His worlds were colliding throughout the Defenders, and he's the only one that was able to sort of, or mostly maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to keep Daredevil and Matt Murdock separate. Yeah. I mean, he had some help along the way. Foggy actually came out there and gave him a suit, which was surprising. I thought he actually just brought him a change of clothes, but, you know, he's like, you got to do this, dude. I know this is big. Whatever this is, you need to stop it. And I love, like, how he still came out of it, even though he got pinched to a corner, Matt.
Yeah.
And then he led this Defenders.
Yeah, I think that's crazy how the little storyline.
Yeah.
Instead of them figuring out, oh, shoot, he's a vigilante too.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, no, it's just he was taken hostage by Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Because he's a blind man.
Yeah.
And his situation, being blind, worked out.
Yeah.
This time around, Matt was, like, pretty resilient against everyone in the hand.
Yeah.
You know, he was able to fight Bakuto and Murakami at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He was able to take on Elektra when the Iron Fist and the rest of them couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised Elektra was actually throwing Luke like he was a freaking ragdoll. And Danny was just getting in, like, the hand, and that wasn't even doing anything. He's always fighting her down in the damn caves. Yeah, she was wrecking.
Hand versus fist.
Yeah, and
it's no match.
Jessica was just like, am I the only one that doesn't know karate? all the episodes had a good amount of action. That's what, they balanced it very well with the drama and everything. But
yeah. And also like storyline, trying to piece things together. And for those of the new viewers that don't really know, it's still cool how they kind of caught you up with everything.
That's for sure. I also like the hand, like how they're portrayed. They're all so scary. I mean, they're a little bit more grounded than a lot of the villains that we see in the films.
They have like a psycho side that could just be flipped at any second. But the thing is like, we never really got to see Alexandra
do much. Yeah, she's just kind of like
insane. She was like about to, but literally that one moment, that was like, I was waiting for her to go turn into like some sort of demon or something.
Yeah, or like maybe snakes came out of her hair or whatever.
Something.
Elektra freaking offed her.
Yeah.
And she took over.
I was like, this is me. I'm the new... Not anymore.
Yeah, and then they even did like they showed the pan, and then Elektra just took her head off.
Yeah, that was...
And then Bakudo's like, okay, now that's messed up. I know I did some messed up stuff, but that was messed up.
I think each beheading kind of got a little more gruesome.
Yeah.
Because the Sawande?
Yeah.
Sawande was like, whoa, quick and to the point, right? And then the second one, which was Alexandra, I was just like, whoa, that's a little too close to the camera, bro. Could you just, back it up?
Well, I think it's because we expect Stick to do that sort of stuff. Yeah. That dude cut off.
And we're watching it on our TV in the living room, so I was just like, that's a little too much, bro.
So the defenders end up fighting in the... Danny opened the door, sadly, because he was taken by Elektra.
Yeah, she's way too...
She killed Stick, damn it.
We got to go back to that.
Yeah,
so when...
They locked him up. They locked Danny up in like a abandoned part of that hall.
Yeah.
And Luke was watching over him. He was trying to get to know Stick, and then Stick drank something. Like, he was about to do something because he drank like an elixir or like a potion. And then he started like this incense thing. And Luke was just like, oh man, that's pretty... And he just, he stumbled. And Stick... Damn it, Stick. He always got to think of the absolute, which is just killing the person that they need. Like, he killed the little kid. Remember, Matt was like, don't kill him. Who he thought was the Black Sky. Second season.
Yeah.
Then turned out to be the Black Sky. It was just some random kid. And then he tries to kill Danny, right?
Yeah.
And before he can do that, Matt sensed this from like all the way across the damn, however far away he was.
His Iron Fist, he was like, Luke!
Oh, yeah.
It was either that or like the big thud though.
Yeah. And then Matt's like, okay, something's wrong. And then so he and Jessica rush back.
And you're right. Telling me like right at the scene, his
radar sense.
Yeah, his instincts they kicked in a lot.
Yeah.
Like he could focus in on certain things.
It's like he has a sort of form of like mental telepathy that he can link. He doesn't even know it. Like maybe he linked himself to the Four.
Yeah.
And like he can just sense when something is just off. They rush there. Elektra gets there and gets into a fight with Stick before he can kill Danny. Ultimately, Elektra, she actually remembered everything because Matt fought her, those couple times, tried to explain himself to her. And Murakami was like, hey, there's something wrong with your Black Sky to Alexandra earlier on. And she basically remembered everything, but she still killed Stick. And then she took Danny and jumped out a window and then brought him back to Alexandra. Then it comes to that scene we're just talking about where she killed Alexandra.
Yeah.
And then they use Danny, bring him all the way to the bottom of Midland Circle, like this like dome cavern place where there's a door that leads to like the graveyard of these dragons that they keep, or that they need to mix with the elixir to stay immortal. And a huge ass brawl erupts there. And this time, Matt, Jessica, Luke, the three of them, they recruit Colleen and Claire because they want to help because they're crazy humans.
Yeah.
And
especially Colleen.
Yeah,
I mean, especially Claire and Colleen.
Well, no, you're right. Colleen is crazy because she's the one that wanted to, and Claire's like, I have to go because she's being stupid. And yeah, we got the epic brawl, right?
Sorry, that just reminded me. Misty at the thing, she's like, where's the chick with the sword?
They're like, oh, damn it. That's what Claire said. Yeah.
And then the scene before that, she's like, why are you holding a samurai sword?
Yeah.
That's just weird.
She was trying to explain it too. She's like, that's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, going back to Midland Circle.
Yeah, so there's a brawl in the basement. It was Daredevil versus Bakudo and...
That's so sick. Basement brawl.
What's his name? Marakumi, and it was Gao versus Jessica. Gao, they could not handle Gao, man. They had to Luke freaking had to rip off a pipe off the wall and whack or throw it at her damn head, and then Jessica used it to whack that poor old lady like 30 feet. And she's like, every time she gets hit,
Gao, she's so
like,
bad,
yeah, with the
but
noise
I
she
laugh
makes,
a little
she's
bit.
like, ah!
Yeah, but then when she hits, she's like...
And it's hilarious because she's always holding her cane no matter what.
Yes.
What if she's getting her power from her cane?
That reminded me. That's the word I was looking for. What if she's Mother Crane?
The Crane Mother?
The Crane Mother, sorry.
Maybe.
Instead of the Crane Mother, over
the cane mother.
Yeah, over the years, she's reduced
I dropped
the
R.
Yeah.
Because I can't walk anymore, so I use this. The Getaway is basically Gao accompanying Elektra with, to bring Danny down there, along with Murakami, and Bakudo versus Colleen and Claire, who are trying to... Oh, that's epic. That's the thumbnail right there.
Yeah.
That they tried to plant C4 to bring the whole damn building down. And Misty gets in the middle of it. She gets her arm chopped off by Bakudo, but then Claire and... Colleen, sorry, damn it. Yeah, they kill Bakudo. Yeah. And Colleen chops off his head. I was surprised by Claire, man. I did not think she was going to be able to handle those big thugs.
Yeah, what the fudge?
She used like a wrench, too.
A wrench, yeah.
And just like the karate skills she learned from.
She's like, oh, hell no. When the third guy came in with the sword, she's like, what the hell? Or with the dagger.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But
that was so funny, though, like when Bakudo walked in, he's like, I'll find you. And then she's like, looking at... Yeah, she's like, don't do
Claire's
that.
like, no, don't do it. Colleen, don't do
you all me.
And then Misty came out of nowhere. That's crazy.
She just like gatted the dude that was trying to get at Claire.
Yeah.
And then she got her arm chopped off. And she's like, the only noise she made, she's just like, ah!
Yeah.
She's pretty tough, though. And sadly, though, Colleen couldn't have picked a better place to kill Bakudo because the dude landed right on
his
the
head.
C4 charge.
No, his head landed on. That's like the most perfect situation ever.
Like, it's kind of like a video game. I mean, just... Okay, it's a weird analogy, but like when I play a video game, I try to kill the boss like away from something that's gonna trigger a bad thing. Mm-hmm. I don't try to bring him towards something that I know is gonna ruin the mission.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
Like if I were Colleen, if I was like really thinking, I would have thrown the detonator like off to the side where you're not gonna fight.
Yeah, but that was pretty like legit now.
Yeah.
And she's got some finesse.
Yeah, she does.
She spun him around like a little, last dance.
She went stab, spin.
Yeah, exactly. That was...
And
I like that.
Then the Defenders united downstairs. It was pretty awesome. Jessica went alone in the elevator. She's like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But
that was a funny plan.
Yeah.
That's perfect that they used her.
Yeah.
Because she's just so like, to them, she's... like a wild card.
Yeah. Luke came out of nowhere, just started brawling.
That was scary. He just jumped down.
Yeah. And then you see Matt just like grappling everywhere.
Yeah.
I love Matt because he's like, without them, they would have no direction.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, I need you to, rip down this wall because I hear something behind it.
They're like, what?
And he's like, I'm glad we found each other. He's like, I'm not going to hug you, dude. And yeah, the brawl ensues. Danny I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to hate on his character. Like, I like Danny, but I actually like him more when he's in a room with somebody else because on his own, he makes the stupidest decisions. And I know he's
That's
only
still the kid in him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Being in Kunlun, he's like confined.
He states the obvious too much.
We're at war.
Like, dude,
they need me.
What are you talking about?
As a key.
Like, Stick mentions war like how many times, and he even's like, kid, we're at war.
And then he's like I said earlier, we're at war.
Stick had some of like the funniest like moments. Like, so one day was like, oh, I did not know when I was going to see you again, Fred. And then Stick's just like waving his hand around his face.
Dumbass. He's like a blind version of Red.
Yeah,
from
exactly.
that 70s show.
Yeah. And
dude, that one line, he's like, here we have the protector of Kunlun who's being a thundering dumbass.
Yeah, he took his phone.
Yeah.
Oh man, that restaurant scene is perfect.
Yeah.
It was awesome. They ate dumplings. That was the unmasking of Matt Murdock to the group. That was awesomeness. The ending fight was pretty satisfying. Everyone got to take on everybody. Danny tried to unsuccessfully take on Elektra, and for some reason, Matt Murdock was able to hold her off long enough for the rest of the team to clear out. Like, it made absolutely no sense. From the stand, like, if Matt didn't know Elektra, he should have been able to get out of there. But it basically turned into like a Romeo and Juliet type of love story, and he ended up staying with her down there while like the entire place came down.
Can I just bear hug you for 2 minutes?
Yeah. That was sad. You just see everything crumbling around them.
And that's crazy. She's kind of psycho.
Yeah, because she was like snapping.
This is what life, being alive feels like. And she's like stabbing him and stuff.
But then she's kissing him, and then she's like, I love you, but I hate you. And I want to kill you, but I love you. Let's make love. Let's not. And then Matt's like, okay, crazy bitch, let's stay down here.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the love prevailed, I guess.
Yeah.
And they got squashed by rocks. But they got squashed by rocks that squashed the dragon bone. So we talked about how the dragon bones was an important part of the elixir.
Substance.
Yeah. And Danny's like, I don't know why, I was just telling myself in like while I was watching the ending, I'm like, you saw him whisper something to Danny. The timing could have been worse for him to just say that.
Yeah.
It's like he should have just said to everyone going upstairs, he's like, just in case Matt doesn't make it out of here, he told me to watch over the city. Instead, they watched until that damn building fell down, and Claire's just like sobbing, and then Luke is like, damn. And Jessica's like, oh, I liked him.
Yeah.
And then Claire's like, I didn't really know him, but this is really sad. And Danny's like, he told me to protect the city. Could you have not just ruined the... Like, maybe that was like a moment that you should say after everything happened. Like, when he was on the rooftop, maybe, where it showed him, like, in his tracksuit. God, hopefully that is not his costume for the next season. But
he's got, like, parachute pants. And the next season, you just see him, like, float down.
He's got
buildings.
The fist looks awesome, though. They showed it a lot.
Oh, I mean, that would be sick. Like, that's a cool nod. Daredevil, he wore somewhat similar to Danny Rand's clothing.
How he should look in the comics.
Yeah, what if that's like his ode to Matt? He wears his original outfit.
Maybe not the tracksuit. Just change the tracksuit.
No, like the full blackout, but he changes the color. Okay. You know how, what's his name, put it over his eyes?
Oh, I like it, yeah.
You know the old school Danny Rand.
The Man in Black.
Yeah, but then he does with gold and green.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. But he's like, I don't know how Matt does this. I need to cut holes.
Yeah, exactly.
He just need to, like, wear Under Armour or something, like something tighter.
Yeah.
You know, because he kind of looked like he was doing an Adidas commercial or something. He's just like he's like kneeling on top of the building. It was sad because all the defenders walked through and were reunited with their loved ones, but then Foggy and Karen were like staring at the door for Matt to come through.
That was so sad.
Yeah, they didn't. The cool thing is, though, Matt is alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Matt's awake in I don't know if it's a chapel. Maybe it's a church or something. He's in an infirmary somewhere.
It's the other side.
The other side. And he's kind of mangled in a sense. Or no, actually, he's just got a few cuts and bruises.
What if this is what I was talking about?
What?
No, like, you know how they said New York City used to be an ancient empire or whatever? It used to be like Kunlun.
Yeah.
What if, as weird as it sounds, what if they're like somehow teleported onto the other side?
Also, it's like a astral plane, like it's like on a different plane of existence.
Yeah.
Well, like that's what Kunlun exactly was. So maybe. So you're saying like the other side of it.
Yeah. Once everything collapsed, it kind of like opened up the
entrance to whatever.
Yeah, whatever city it lies beneath New York City.
But we know that Matt is with his mother Maggie, so he's alive, and I think it's safe to say that
Mother Mary.
Yeah, we're thinking that Sigourney Weaver was going to be playing his mother Mary. Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid Mary. There you go.
They kind of like I thought they were alluding to that too because they kept showing the mirror.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's another thing. The mirror dimension. What if he's in that, and then
a different
his
dimension.
mother is Sigourney Weaver, and she is Typhoid Mary. That mirror is symbolism.
I like that.
Thank you for that.
I also think another theory is that maybe Sigourney Weaver could be playing a descendant of Alexandra because you mentioned she had a daughter.
Yeah,
and maybe Matt's mother is like either a descendant of her or like her daughter, something like that. And it would still play into that whole mystical side of things. But Elektra, that's safe to say that she's alive because she's like immortal, basically. I don't think a damn building falling on her is going to be that big of a deal, especially if she got that damn ooze running through her blood.
Yeah.
But it would be also interesting if Matt, maybe, I don't know if that could be the case. Maybe Elektra gave her some of her blood or helped him be resurrected, and then he ends up being the Defender's next, like, bad guy.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Instead of Daredevil, he's the Immortal Devil.
Immortal Devil, that'll be awesome. You know, he does get demon powers in the comics. Like, he gets demonic powers at some point, but he uses them for good. I also maybe thought that they could write it so that, I don't know, I guess we're doing theories, because we don't have, like, a preview to talk about.
Oh, well, the thing at the end, the secret.
Oh, Punisher. Coming to Netflix near you.
Batch. Too bad.
His voice is crazy.
I can't. I tried to. I can't.
Monologue is so deep. It's like I'm coming for you.
They gotta smoke for to make the voice.
John Bernthal always sounds like he has something in his throat.
Yeah, and then he looks like he's tweaking his hands. He cracks his fingers every like 2 seconds.
He also demonstrated Punisher's very artistic side.
Yeah,
he pounded his symbol into the ground with a sledgehammer.
Art is my favorite. I show it in
bitch, 2 bitch, 3 bitch.
I show it in the most artistic of ways. I can't do his voice, dude.
I can't wait to see that.
That's gonna be
awesome. So
that was like crazy. It's this year.
Yeah. So that was a good way to push Karen's story forward, because she's going to be starring in Punisher, and I'm sure she's going to be kind of trying to find maybe some comfort with him. Not in the, like, maybe it could be a romantic way, but maybe it's like just she needs like a friend outside of Foggy.
Yeah.
And hopefully Foggy shows up there and is like, we'd like to represent you, Castle. And is like, no, just no. I do things. You want me? I'm going to kill people, so just get off. Dude, I love freaking Punisher. I can't wait to see what his story is moving forward. His is even more grounded in a sense, because he's dealing with more real world people. Yeah. But it's just as, or not, if not more gritty and dirty and darker than the Defender side, you know, because they have like some sort of edge when it comes to fighting something above their caliber, whereas he is just a human with guns. Yeah. So I can't wait to see. It's gonna be like a fresh take. And apparently, to some of the Defenders, the actors that portray them, the Defenders is like the end of phase 1 for them, and then going into the new phase, it's gonna start getting darker and more crazy. It'd be really cool to see like a Bullseye storyline moving forward. Yeah. And maybe they could write it so it's a little bit different, where Bullseye is more of like a mentor to Matt or something like that, like Stick was. Oh. And then he turns out to be like a crazy man.
What if, either that or
played by Jason Statham, sorry.
Jason Statham. Yeah. But going with your other theory of him like possibly being evil, what if it's like that? He's a mentor because he's evil.
Whoa, what if he like starts it over again and Matt's like another finger of the hand, and then like Danny has to start the chase like over again, and it's like Iron Fist versus Daredevil again, but he's like, Matt, please look at me, I'm just like you. Or how you were in season 1. Don't be mad.
Please. Yeah, I want to see that, yo.
And Gal's still alive.
Yeah, she's just
Murakami's alive. He just fell.
She's like slipped behind the cracks, and then she's like, damn it, the elevator's going up. But see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like she and that guy are
Murakami.
Yeah, Murakami. I think they also went with Elektra.
No, maybe the 3 of them move Matt, and they're gonna use him.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe that city underneath is still alive.
Yeah,
probably. The old ancient city is still alive.
That was just like the front of it. Like, they didn't even go through the... Because all we saw were dinosaur bones. Or not dinosaur, dragon bones.
Yeah. That's not the only thing that's there.
No. There's probably dragons all over the place. Next time we see them, we're going to be playing damn Jurassic Park music.
Yeah. I understand that they said, these dragon bones hold up this like structure, but I don't think it holds the entire city. No. You know?
It's probably just the front for the city.
There's something else down there. There's something else down there.
No, this is crazy. They need to start like writing so that way the movie side of things kind of incorporate whatever's going on here, because they got their own thing going here. And it's something that would be interesting to see how it plays off into the movie side of things. That's why I'd like to see like Cap show up, or Spider-Man show up, or Doctor Strange, because these guys come from New York. Yeah. You know? And Tony just moved out of New York, so whatever happened to Defenders, he doesn't know what's going on. It's like,
That's true.
Like, they're freaking not even on the pay grade, so I don't even give a crap.
Yeah, I thought that was a reference to Doctor Strange when she was like, Danny has some connections for people in this hospital. I'm like,
but he's like, oh, he bought the hospital. He owned it.
I was like, okay, you had a chance. You had a chance.
And maybe this is a cool way for the cinematic side to incorporate Daredevil into the Avengers, because then that way it's like he's back and then Cap finds him. He's like, we need you to help us fight somebody.
That would be so sick.
In Avengers 4. So we're talking about this. I guess we're going to roll into it. So the theory is all the Avengers are kind of separated in the first Infinity War. In Infinity War, they're separated, and then Tony tries to get everybody. And what he tries to do is he goes in with no plan, tries to save Vision, who's got the damn stone in his head from the Black Order. He's the last stone that Thanos needs to get. And they will lock him in Wakanda and have all the forces be there so that way they can't get to it. Cap is there with Winter Soldier and Black Panther, and it just all goes to crap. And basically the ending is maybe Spider-Man dies. Or somebody dies. Somebody on the Avengers dies. And then Tony decides to rewind time and brings everybody back. But he dies.
Yeah.
That time around.
Yeah. You're saying Tony.
Yeah, Tony dies. And so the second part, or I don't know if I can say the second part because they said it's two distinct movies.
Two distinct. What if it's just like
it's Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah.
Because I think what's her name? Zoe Saldana said we're shooting Gauntlet at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And she kind of let it loose, but
oopsies.
The second part is maybe Cap will recruit the street level heroes, like the Defenders, and maybe we could even just have Daredevil. Just a scene between them. It's like, I need you to do something, and what he does is he has them with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. even, maybe, hopefully, and then humans just like, please defend the Earth while we take on Thanos in the mirror world, or a mirror dimension, and keep everybody safe. And it's like, oh wait, let me take Black Bolt though. If he's at all close to the power that he's going to be in humans, like, hopefully.
It'll be our little secret.
Blows Cap's face off.
just like on his face. It's just like the weird.
He has no hair anymore.
He's like, man, I was planning on shaving.
Everything looks good moving forward.
Yeah.
The Defenders, it had its little plot holes and things
Danny moments.
Yeah, they need to chill with, like, they need to write him a little differently. I felt like they tried to kind of make him more likable towards the beginning.
Yeah.
But then towards the end, he was like back to the old Danny.
I think the thing is, from now on, he should not explain his origin.
Yeah.
Because that's a little too much. You know,
money does not define me.
Maybe it's like an on-running gag, just so that, you know, it kind of like pisses people off, but at the same time, it kind of
actually does.
Yeah, it actually does. But I feel like it's like an inside joke for them,
probably
for some people who kind of get it. But yeah, that is to me that's kind of annoying.
Yeah,
the whole Kunlun, I punched this dragon's heart,
and his naivety.
Yeah. Mr. He should just be Captain Obvious.
Catherine Obvious.
Catherine Obvious. Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, we'd just like to see them like maybe just making an appearance in one of the Avenger movies, because they definitely, out of all the Defenders, Matt can hang.
Yeah,
he can and should be able to fight with the Avengers, because he just he was like above, like watching the fight scenes. Oh, sorry, I clipped.
That's okay.
Watching the fight scenes, like he saved Jessica from Murakami. He stood up to Luke Cage. He actually fought hand-to-hand with Danny, who, if he had not used his fist, would have gotten his ass beaten. And
all the photos I took look...
That's black. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't work.
HDCP. F it.
But, yeah. He can. I think he deserves a spot, at least.
Yeah.
Same thing with like Daisy. Daisy and Coulson. I mean, I love the rest of the class of agents, but I really at least want to see them.
Yeah.
Or May.
Yeah, I want to see. Just like I just like I see Spidey.
Just put the whole team.
Yeah, I just see Spidey just like, hey, I felt some tremors, and she's like, did you say tremor? And then Danny's like, yeah, he said tremor.
Like, as in the ground is shaking. Did I mention I'm from
Kunlun? And then Luke Cage is like, oh, shut up.
Shut up, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be so awesome.
But I also love to see Fitz and Emma and just like everybody on, you know, just
what's up with the Spider Kid?
Yeah.
I'm like, Spider-Man.
I need to do some research. He's amazing.
Yeah, and it's just like...
You're more like a spider boy.
Yeah, and you just see Coulson walking, and he's like,
he's
dude,
like,
I wish someone could animate this, yo.
Yeah. He's like, you're a cool kid, but not as cool as me giving Cap his new shield. It's like, where's the shield? Oh, right here. He takes off his hand. Yeah. Ah! But yeah, dude, that would be epic.
Dude, I wish, someone had... Like, I wish those writers had the same mindset.
Come on.
It'd be so fun,
and the Russos, they can write it.
It sounds weird right now because we're doing a podcast, but just imagine, like, someone animating what we just said.
Yeah.
And putting it into a storyline. That could work.
In animated TV shows and stuff like that, they kind of do stuff like that.
Yeah, why don't you do that for live action?
I feel like they just always want to ground it, and that's what kind of keeps it from being bigger than they can make it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, why?
That'd be so sick.
Because I know the Russos, they can do it, but I feel like they're kind of limited to what they can do because of the studio.
Studio budget.
Man, the budget is nothing. To them?
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah. No, but I think the higher-ups,
Yeah.
they're just like, I can't spend too much, you can take my money, stuff like that.
They spent maraming pera on this one.
And a lot of the things is like...
On Defenders?
Yeah.
They put mad effects in this.
Those higher-ups, they have, like, yes or no's a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I just wish everyone understood comics.
Danny's fist probably cost $100,000 just for a scene.
That's true. And it was lit for a little longer than usual. So.
Yeah, he actually...
Especially when he fought Elektra. That was
when he needed to have it lit, though, it was never lit.
He's having performance issues.
This damn kid, he's like, I've been taught for the whole of my life to channel my chi. And then he's like,
I'm refocusing.
It doesn't work. Damn it.
All the time he's like, I'm refocusing. Just chill. I gotta focus all my anger into my chi.
Yeah, I love how like all of them like called him out too. It's like Danny's like, stop treating me like a kid, man. He's like, then stop acting like it. What did you say?
The restaurant?
Yeah. Like he's such a kid. Like, and then Matt was like, they weren't even doing anything, but the way they were moving towards him before that fight between all of them, they're like kind of creeping towards him, and he's like, everyone needs to back off, right? And then Matt's like, you need to calm down. He's like, that's the problem, Matt. I'm all out of calm. And he punches Matt in the face, and Matt's like, okay.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, boop, bop,
and
beep.
Right after that, when he woke up, he looks like, so tell me again your story. And he's like, I fought this thing from Shaolao. And then he's like, man, I was just kidding. And then the way that he reacted is like...
Yeah, it's like a little brother.
It's like a little kid.
Yeah, it's like trying to tell... It's like when I was younger. Actually, I actually heard Jeremy out, but like other older siblings that we've seen growing up or even now, if they're a little... little brother was trying to tell him a story or something, they don't pay him no mind, and that's basically what Danny looked like.
He felt bad. Luke Cage felt bad. He's like, okay, you fine. That just goes to show how childlike he still is.
And I guess I like that dynamic between them, and I like the dynamic between Matt and Jess.
Yeah,
because they're so not even nearly the same person, but they work very well together. Like,
what did he say? Oh, because it's like it's a lawyer and detective. Yeah, it's like they have that sort of kind of relationship where it's like they're both working for the same thing, but they have their own steps to get there. But yeah, what did she say? She's like, nice cat ears.
Oh yeah, he's like nice ears. Horns. He's like their horns. Yeah, that part was epic. Like Trish got to see Daredevil save Jess.
No way.
She freaking like had a fangirl moment.
Yeah.
And they jacked up Murakami.
Yeah, but that's crazy. They do teleport the 5 fingers.
I think it's very limited though. It's like I think they take poops after they do that.
Yeah. Oh, that probably is what stunts their like. That's why they need the substance and the elixir, because they use their powers like that constantly. Kind of like drains them.
I was surprised though. They have some sort of like all the members of the hand. They all have super strength. Some sort of durability, some sort of
especially Gao
reflexes. Yeah, there's no way you can get hit with a damn like thing like a battering ram, and she goes flying into cinder. Like, but the lady's strong enough to her TK, her telekinesis could. She was able to throw a damn or open a door that was blocked off by a garbage can, and then she was also able to throw like a giant pile of concrete blocks.
Yes.
At them.
That's
she's
crazy.
OP. She's pretty OP. Alexandra, though, sadly, I think it's like, I feel like that's what her power was. It was just her. Maybe it was like
persuasiveness.
Yeah, exactly. I think she has some sort of like Kilgrave, like pheromones or whatever, that they release, and maybe that's how she maintains control over everybody else. And
but that's the thing. She was like dying, right? So that's why I guess it wasn't as strong.
Yeah,
that's why the three of them or four of them were trying to start to like betray her.
Yeah, it's funny because like
or conspire against her.
Don't act like we didn't all try to kill each other at one point in history.
Yeah,
and Gal's like.
That's in the past.
It's just like, I know I tried to kill you, but let's not think about it.
Let us find the key to immortal.
I know. See, that's funny because Danny even got mad after. Yeah, he got mad after the group called him a key.
Yeah.
What? I'm not a key. I'm a weapon from Kunlun.
And then later he's like, so I'm supposed to be a key to open what? Like, dude, you just tried to disown the fact that you are a key, and then you're accepting it like 10 seconds later.
Dude, I feel like the way he acts when he's around Colleen, that's the way Iron Fist should be.
Yeah.
Just like when he's with he's with her, he acts like sort of normal.
Yeah.
But when he's not, he just like doesn't know how to act. It's like he's forgets everything that he's supposed to be when he's around people. And I guess it's because he's been around gone for a long time, but hopefully moving forward we actually see his character mature. And Finn Jones is a great actor.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. But
I think
Danny has got to be the most dramatic human being I've ever seen in the MCU.
The writers got to kind of switch that off. Yes, step it up and switch off the childlike.
Because the ending is like the last words you hear. It's like he doesn't say anything on the rooftop, but like it's like everything is like, oh, sad. Matt's getting crushed. Oh, he told me to protect the city.
Yeah.
It's like, jackass, you didn't say that before.
And that's funny. Someone said earlier, he's like, Danny Rand has failed the entire city.
Yeah, he really did.
Gal told him that.
Yeah.
She's like, you failed Kunlun, and you're about to fail your second one.
Yeah.
Something like that. And he just went.
This isn't over. The war is not over. I don't know. I think they need to chill it out with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else in the show was great. The supporting characters are usually supporting characters will either like bog down the series or, just too much time spent on it. I think that it was perfect.
Yeah.
Though I'd love to have seen Karen more, but then again, she's more off like to the side trying to maintain the life and trying to keep Matt out of trouble. But it's going to be interesting because now they can push the story forward for everybody.
Yeah.
Like how everyone's going to cope with Matt being gone. It offers like a new way to bring him back and for a new plot to come up. Well, I'm sure the hand's still going to be pretty big for them. Hopefully they up the ante when it comes to Elektra fighting her ex-lover and his friends. Matt getting back to the group, that's going to be pretty interesting to watch. Dude. 8 episodes.
Yeah.
I binged that like during the Friday, I think.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Easter eggs, oh
shoot.
There's a lot. First episode, Misty called Claire Night Nurse.
Yes.
And she said, under the old oak tree. That just reminded me of Steve Urkel.
Under the old oak tree.
Yeah. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Yeah, exactly.
There's alien references with Sigourney Weaver when she was getting into the machine.
Okay.
And there's like a couple other ones.
Oh, she's in the series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elmore, he's a character in the comics, and he owned like a diner, I think, here. Or was it like maybe it was a bar, actually. The Midland Circle looked like Fist Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cuts in between the characters, it showed like all their, like, they were created for their personalities, like the colors and everything. That was pretty awesome. And the theme song was all theirs sort of mixed together in a way. Oh, that was the guy that was killed at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That was Shaft. He was a member of the Chase, and I'm sad that he got the shaft.
Damn, that sucks, yo.
Yeah.
So he was one of the last.
Yeah.
Midland Circle.
Yes.
Apparently it's connected to Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
Midland Circle Financial Building.
I'm sorry that we accidentally skipped over, what do you call that? The Easter eggs before we got into theories, but
yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, the roof, like the roof with Spider-Man, that was there. Like when he jumped off of it And they made all those memes like, look at somebody, if you be...
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sigourney Weaver was on that roof again. And that was also where Fist talked to Gao.
Yeah. Oh, Misty.
Yeah. Her arm, yeah.
She's gonna have
get a bionic arm.
Yeah. My question is that dragon underneath, was that Xiao Lao? The one that Danny fought? Or is that just one of many?
No, I think she said that those roam their homelands. So there's a lot
the homelands
of
of Kunlan.
Yeah, she was saying that those sorts of dragons walked around.
Okay.
The punch that Danny landed on Luke's face.
Yeah.
It was like the one in the first season of Luke Cage, but the guy's hand broke, but this time it was like Luke's face getting broken. Elektra sighs. She kept eyeing them.
Yeah. And her outfit is kind of like comic book close.
Very close. Stan Lee was on the, what do you call it? He was like a cop on the posters in the background. And that was in the scene where Matt was trailing Jessica.
They mentioned Shades and the grandma, the weird ass lady from Luke Cage.
What the hell is her name?
I don't want her.
Mariah.
There you go.
Sorry, Jessica called Danny ironclad, and that's a Marvel villain.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you just expect Tobey Maguire to pop out.
Yeah. Hello.
And there's too many to list, like the songs.
Yeah.
That were, and...
Did you say Sister Maggie?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Man, I kind of miss Wilson Fisk, and I was hoping that they wouldn't have blown up Midland Circle like that, but knowing him, he would probably just build it again when he gets...
Probably, yeah.
Final thoughts about the whole series.
I liked it. It was fan-freaking-tastic.
It was well worth the wait, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Everything was kind of like... now we kind of get like the whole... what do you call it? The timing of everything.
Yeah.
As far as the timeline goes for all the heroes, now they're all caught up. So basically, the whole part of last year, from January or whenever Daredevil aired to now, he's been doing that. And then Luke's been in prison, and Danny has been all over the place chasing Elektra, who's like offing members of the Chaste. And Jessica's just been doing her stuff. So I think, I'm not sure, but I think Jessica Jones the season 2 is either in between what happened, in between the first season of Jessica Jones going into the Defenders, because there's a bit of time that lapsed and we haven't heard from her, remember?
Yeah.
So maybe that's what happens, what we're going to see season 2. And then season 2 of... what do you call that? Of Luke Cage, maybe it's his time in prison and how he gets over it and stuff like that. And also maybe it's the same thing for Iron Fist and all them. And towards the ends of their seasons, their respective seasons, they're going to be like showing us what happened after the Defenders.
Yes.
Or something like that. Or maybe it's all just after the Defenders. But Kilgrave is going to be returning in Jessica Jones season 2.
Yeah.
And it's more like of her like PTSD sort of thing. So he's not actually there. And I can't wait to see who her villain is, and I can't wait to see who Luke Cage villain is, and I can't wait to see who's Iron Fist next villain is, because the Hand was pretty much his big villain. But Gal's still alive, Markumi's still alive, and I would like to see more Colleen. Would you agree?
Yes, Colleen.
I say, for my final words, or for my final thoughts, is bring on season 2 of the Defenders, because we know that this is they could keep this going. They could just throw in like I don't care. As long as the 4 of them are in a room together, I could care less that the story is like that good.
Yeah.
True. I could just watch a whole series of them just talking about their adventures around a table. Just making fun of each other. Anything else?
I just want to say something.
Go ahead.
What's his name? Danny's like, nothing you can do can make me serve you. He's like, you are the dumbest Iron Fist yet.
That's so funny.
That whole scene with just everyone inside the hall.
He was just asking a stupid question. He was just asking and saying all stupid statements.
Everything in there was just hilarious.
Tell me what you want with me.
And like going back to
you're a key.
Yeah.
No.
And going back to Stick and his first interaction, he's like, "It's nice to see you again, dumbass." Like he tried to wave his hand.
Yeah.
It's like, nice to see you too, dumbass. Yeah, dude, I like this. It's like a mix of it was the heart of it.
Yeah, the heart of it's just like a love story.
Yeah.
And how love sort of prevailed in a sense.
Yeah.
But not really, because there's a few people who ended up sad. But it also taught Jessica and Luke to open their eyes to everything, and for Danny to maybe get his head out of his ass. That's basically how he's walking throughout the whole the show. It's just like his head is up his butt, and he just doesn't like. I understand him when he tried to defend the mystical stuff, and even Matt defended it, you know?
Yeah.
But he just needs to quit with the damn titles and just tell them what's up, and then just leave it at that. And Jessica and Luke, they need to realize that they have these abilities, and instead of just looking out for the people around them, they need to start actually looking out for the people outside of that. And I think that's what they learned from Matt, that he didn't even know them, and he risked his life for them, right? Because honestly, Luke would have survived that thing falling on him. Think about it. He's unbreakable skin. All he had to do was just keep his damn mouth shut, and stuff wouldn't go into his body, right?
Yeah.
So the same thing with Jessica. I'm sure she could have survived that, and I think Danny, if he kept his damn chi going, I think he would have been able to like obliterate all the stuff falling on them. But instead, they left the damn blind dude down there to get crushed by all the rocks, who has no powers except for his radar sense and his martial arts. I mean, he did it for Elektra, but you know, hopefully we actually see these characters really grow. But overall, it was a really good series, and it let Matt Murdock finally shine after all that shiz he'd been put through for the first 2 seasons of Daredevil. Yeah, I can't wait to see more Defenders. What'd you think about it, Bears?
Oh my god, it's so good. You see it? Fire!
Nice. Choice words, always the same thing. Are we going to do a hashtag for this?
Sure.
Okay. Ready?
Hashtag hand.
Defend.
Hot dog.
Nice. Out there.
You
Very
better
out
not
there.
say hot dog.
One more time. Hashtag.
Hand.
Defend.
Twinkie.
That was a different one.
What is going on?
Just put the 2, I guess. It's been a bit since we did this.
Daredevil Reborn, technically.
Yeah.
His mother could be Sigourney Weaver
Yes.
because of the whole duality thing with the mirror. What else is big happening? Just to put the theories. Yeah, just to put the theories again.
Yeah.
Like to kind of round them up. What else?
Yeah, I think that's pretty
him
much
coming
it.
back as a villain.
Yeah.
The whole bullseye with him, mentoring.
And Elektra.
Elektra, yeah.
Punisher coming back to kill everybody.
Yeah. Where's my red?
Hopefully they don't go through that, because Frank Miller like writes some pretty crazy stories, and hopefully he doesn't do like the, what do you call it, or they don't follow Karen Page's story from the comics where she becomes a porn actress after she gets depressed, and then she ends up dying.
She's too nice of a person.
Yeah,
to do
hopefully
that.
that's not what they do. Hopefully they just make it very emotional, like her reunion with Matt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think they already have enough dark.
Yeah.
I would like to see them win one for once.
Yeah.
Like Foggy. Like Foggy's just happy all the time, so all good things happen to him, and Karen's not, and Matt's not, so like all the crappy things happen to them, like a building falling on their head.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it was a really good series. I liked it. And I'll be binge watching it every so often, because like it's an 8-hour movie on the Defenders. How much could you ask for that? It just like, despite its minor inconsistencies and annoyances, it was a really good like flow for the most part.
Yeah.
But they need to fix Danny.
Yeah.
Please,
Danny,
dear
yeah.
God. And make sure that tracksuit is like just the first. I mean, Daredevil started off with a pretty awful suit.
I mean, it's kind of like what he was already wearing.
Yeah.
I would like to see something like that and maybe like cover his face.
Yeah.
Like how Daredevil did.
Exactly. Just do the first
Just in
season.
memoriam of Daredevil.
Yeah, do the first season of the
Daredevil.
Man in Black.
Yeah.
But just change the color.
The Man Without Fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe like, I don't know how funny like eye holes would look on.
No, just do like how Spidey has. Like that kind of.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of eyes.
that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Danny can afford it. He's probably going to have some sort of state-of-the-art suit.
But it looks sketchy as hell.
Yeah. And then he's going to make...
I want to be inconspicuous.
He's going to make the suit that Luke Cage wore in the first season.
Yeah, he's like, oh, hell no.
Oh, heck no. Are those parachute pants?
You just see 'cause Jessica Jones. She has like
She had a suit.
yeah, but she also had like pink hair and
Yeah.
stuff at one point. That'd be hilarious. She's just like, I am not dyeing my hair pink.
And he's like his face is like, yes. And then he's like, guess what Trish gave me? Yes. And he shows her the suit that Trish made.
yeah,
But he's like, I made some upgrades and it looks worse.
that'd be awesome.
That would be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you guys.
Sorry, one more
go
thing. I just want to add another hashtag.
Okay.
Other than the hand, I want to hashtag something very important.
Yeah.
Hashtag substance abuse.
Substance abuse, nice. Hashtag
Above the influence.
hashtag rip Daredevil, but not
Yes.
really.
Yes.
And hashtag more Colleen Wing, Claire Temple,
Hashtag
Trish,
five
Malcolm.
fingers. Five finger death punch. I don't know that band, but five fingers hand equals hand.
Five fingers hand. 5 fingers equals hand. And hashtag Matt and Elektra alive.
Yes. Hashtag love prevails. That is
Hashtag
way too many.
hashtag
Go ahead.
Jessica Jones stop drinking.
Yes.
Hashtag Luke Cage got some coffee. Hashtag
Yes.
Danny Rand thunder and dumbass. With that being said, you guys go leave your comments down below what you thought about the episodes, the whole miniseries, and go leave your like down below if you enjoyed.
Come over to my channel where we figure out exactly how to make your own Philosopher's Stone. We don't actually know how, but we do have a tutorial videos, so it's kind of cool, right? It's something. It's a good. Just come check me out, please.
Be sure to check out our creators code as well as social links down below. We will have updates and everything as to our blog posts and all that stuff. That'll be up. You know, we just need some time.
Yes.
We need time.
I'm sorry, I've been slacking on the blog post a little bit,
it's
but
alright, dude.
in the post and a post and a post. But yeah, I will eventually get around to doing that, and we might be starting. I want to say it here just so that we might start
Go for it.
in Instagram, so that you guys can like see other things that we're maybe we
Our
could
Justice
do like
Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Hopefully we can like start that up soon.
Yeah.
But
And if you guys want more content, we also got our own personal Instagrams. We post stuff there, just some stuff
And
on
our
music,
Twitter.
you know, Our main channel, we got some music over there.
Yes. Oh, we just released a video,
Yeah.
Please,
if you guys want
go
to check it out. We'll leave some videos here on the screen right now, and if you guys want to subscribe, please be sure to hit that bell as well if you subscribe. And yeah.
With that being said, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.